What's up, everyone? It's your boy Lante, and we are back this week for another pick a card reading video. The topic today is going to be what changes are coming for you in June. As you know, it's been a crazy and hectic year, and June is usually a month of really big energetic changes, as well as I can't get into the details right now. I gotta get my research together. But I also know that there's something about June 2 in which the ancestors are supposed to visit us again. So you should be looking forward to some changes and some new things popping in and out of your life. They'll usually come and visit us during those times, and that's when it's kind of like they'll bring us gifts or new information, or you might receive some downloads or things of that nature. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it today to see what fits you exactly. Okay, so you know how it usually goes. Just pick from the three crystals here. I'll give you a moment for that. Okay, I'm assuming you paused for that, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So all right, if you chose group one here, let's see what we have coming to you in the month of June, or what changes we have coming for you in the month of June. Okay, so set these to the side first. Lead from a mechanical pencil. Wonder what that means. If it relates to it, any, I don't know, I might just be tripping. Let's see here. Okay, now if you chose the first group, I do see that you have, with the Six of Swords here, it's showing me that you have been through a lot and you've gone through a long journey so far. Right now, you're actually being able to take a moment of downtime and see the bigger picture, or see everything for what it is entirely. Um, and just through that process, you're actually able to figure out what it is that you're wanting next, or what next steps you're wanting to go to in your life. Um, my heart just kind of started rushing here, and I'm gonna assume, and that was actually when I was starting to go into talking about the Three of Wands. But here, I believe the Three of Wands is just representing you actually starting a new journey here, and you're probably just a little bit. You're probably not sure of that completely. You might be a little shaken in your decisions, or things are moving fast or whatnot, but at the same time, it's something you should absolutely trust, because you do have the Ace of Cups as well as the Ten of Cups. I mean, that's like, hey, this is the clear direction to go in. There's not anything that you need to worry about, or any apprehensions you need to have in the back of your head about anything. And if you do, 9 times out of 10, it's really just something that you're probably coming up with on your own, or something that's going on in your energy field, or that's external to you. So external stimulus could be a big thing for you to watch out for during this time. Don't let anything basically come in and take you off track, or change your mind about how you feel, what direction you need to be going in right now. You're going in. You're the King of Coins, so again, that along with the Chariot says that this is the direction of money. You do have the Two of Swords here, and I do see the Snake as well. So, and this, I'm going to represent the Snake again. That's just, I feel like that relates to what I just said a moment ago. Don't really let anyone get in your ear and start to present options to you that you may not want per se, or that you may not really be invested or into at the moment, because you do know that you have bigger and better things going on. So you may not just want to get caught up in certain things. Like, I know the other day somebody was trying to hang out while I was out in another area of town, and again, it's just like, basically he was trying to turn up, but again, it's I don't know, in my head I'm just like, it's 2020, and then all the stuff that's going on, like basically, if I'm gonna turn up, I'm gonna turn up on my own, because again, there's no influence, there's no external stimuli, there's no nothing that's there to basically take you off goal or take you off focus, take you off your foundation. Because just because everything is going back to normal for everyone else or whatever, you may still have some big plans that you need to get off the ground, and it may actually cause you to be at a high vibration at all times. So again, you can love people to death, you can care for people, you can respect them or whatever, but at the same time, if you need to remove yourself from someone and their energy for the moment, then that's what you need to do to be able to get to the next level. So let me see what I did get here in the oracle cards for you. I got creativity, teaching, and grounding. So again, yeah, teaching, I feel like is just representative of the lessons that you have learned so far. Yeah, just lessons you have learned so far, and basically I feel like you'll be needing to work on a lot of grounding during this time. Your creativity is going to be at an all-time high, because again, water is also creation as well. It represents emotion, but I also see water with creativity. I mean, you see the water right there, and they're right next to each other. So between that, it looks like June is going to be really good for you guys. You just need to get, again, grounded in being sure of yourself and what options that you want to take for your life, and not letting anyone else get in the way of that. So that was that. I'm going to pull one more card actually here from the Spirit of the North divination deck. So let's see what we get here from that. There we go. Giving offerings, happy and loyal to practice. Okay, so whatever it is that you guys are going to be doing, make sure that it does involve your ancestors always. Typically, honestly, man, even if you don't give thanks to anyone else or anything else, at least give thanks to those that were here in this physical realm before you. And I'm saying that, like if you're saying grace or something, like I don't do that, but at the very least I'll thank the ancestors, or I'll at least thank whatever that I'm partaking in for being able to transmute itself to feed me, give me the nutrients. So again, it's just really about practice, staying in the habit of the things that you need to do, and the goals that you have in mind, and what you see in the future for you, and just continue to stay on that path and go towards it. Don't let anybody take you off that. And other than that, I feel like you'll be fine. June will be a really good month for you. So that was group 1. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Leave me a comment down below, and I'm going to move on to group 2 here. Okay, I'm just going to remove them as I go through, guys. Alright, so group 2. Okay, let's see what we have for you. What changes we have for you coming in the month of June. Okay, so right away, I see that due to the 5 of Wands, I see that it's conflict actually in your manifestations. What I really like to look at this as is, well, and I say manifestations because Wands, of course, so Wands represents fire, magic, etc. But I kind of like to see her as the corpus callosum, and that's typically the matter that's the midpoint in between both hemispheres of your brain. So again, you can look at them as the left side, the left brain, and the right brain, which again will be creativity and logic. So basically, going into that, I kind of see this representing to you maybe kind of like you're having a little bit of conflict in between the things that you like, the things that seem to make sense to you on a physical level and within society, and the things that we have going on now, and things that you actually want to do within your spirit, that's going to showcase who you are, show your creativity, and you're actually wanting to live off of that. So again, it's just showing that you're having a little bit of a battle, but again, you just need to be that middle point and just kind of guide both of they're kind of like children. Just you need to guide both of the children on both sides of the snakes to actually, get along, to propel the entire projection, basically, to hold up the foundation of the base of everything. I do get the high priestess. From the high priestess, I do get that you're someone that's really into your occult knowledge, your spiritual work. With the judgment there, with the judgment, I see a couple of ways. I see it as you could be judging yourself a little bit harshly, as far as feeling like you need to be at a point that you actually haven't made it to yet. Or, well, let me say it this way: to be at a point that, yeah, no, that's correct. You may perceive that you need to be at a certain point in your head, or you may see things a certain way, but that might not even be how the people on the outside of you see you, or even take what it is that you do. So I feel like you kind of need to. Okay, yeah, there we go. Again, judgment is kind of the same way. Again, he's the midpoint between both hemispheres. So again, just with that going together, it's just showing the conflict in your mind and pretty much how you need to get that together. I do have the Queen of Wands here, so that is showing that you have been getting into your spell work and you've been trying to manifest money. I see that as you've been getting help from a few things. You've also been exploring a few new things. New things have been popping up. Maybe some new hobbies. You might not think that they would bring you money, or you might be kind of full of yourself at the moment. But the Princess of Cups, I always kind of get a little bit of an arrogant vibe, like she's not really too concerned about the things that's going on, or the things that's presented to her. Let me put it that way in this situation. So you may be ignoring some things that would actually bring you a great deal of peace, creativity, and money if you actually go ahead and explore it. And that's what I said beforehand. It's just a matter of, I see you battling with yourself internally and just being afraid to really express who you are, or wondering if that's going to actually provide a living for you, or help you get by day to day, or just feed yourself, your family, pay your bills, whatever it is you have going on. But I do feel like the ancestors are really supporting you in this, again, when it comes to the Eight of Coins. As long as you kind of keep up your work, and with the high priest, the high priest, to be a high priest, you always have to make offerings. You always have to go out of your way to connect with the ancestors if no one else does, because you even have to do it for other people. So you kind of have to maintain an all-time high, or a connection to them. So in order for you to get the changes that you need, and my mouth is getting a little bit dry here, so I know I'm on to something. In order for you to get the changes you might actually need, I see that you just need to kind of let go and just let them kind of take control a bit more and actually be involved in what it is that you're doing. So again, learning names of ancestors would be good practices. Going through presenting thanks to certain things and showing appreciation for you being here, or certain energies of life forms even paving the way for you to be here. Again, we all know we have our human ancestors, but again, our DNA is much more complex than that. And for everything to be living inside the field of Earth is like an egg. So again, there's nothing inside of the egg that's separate from it. It may look separate to us, but again, we're all kind of connected to the same. Not kinda, we all are connected. We're the same energy. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and see what Oracle. Yeah, got changes. So again, that's just showing that you are gonna go ahead and, I see you'll be slowly moving into a space where you get comfortable with with who it is you are and what it is that you want to do. I feel like you'll go ahead and make your final decisions this month. That's what that is. Yeah, I also got retreat. Maybe take some time off to I know we kind of on lockdown right now, but even if you can go out in nature, just take some time to separate yourself from social media, people, any kind of distractions, and just really feel, feel inside, feel what it is that you want to do, where you want to go, what you want your life to look like in a little bit. I mean, I know people do that, but how often do we truly do that? I mean, it's cool to live in the moment, of course, but again, for you to live in the moment, you really have to know where you're going. And as long as you know where you're going and you trust your ancestors and actually talk to them along the way, everything will be fine for you. So again, you shouldn't really hold yourself back either. Because I did also get healing energy and self love. That's going to come in with the retreat. So when you're retreating or whatever, just take that time for yourself. Like I said, get to know yourself, your ancestors. Pay attention to any omens around you because again, the world or the matrix is always, I say the matrix just so you can understand it in a sense to where it's going to react to your energy field. Basically everything around you is going to react to you in some sense or fashion or whatever if you tune into it. So again, just it's just about picking up on the signs, knowing where your place is in the world and not being afraid to step into that. Okay, and I'm gonna pull one card from the Spirit of the North divination deck for this one, and we'll move on to the third one here. Yep, exactly what I said. Well, I didn't say that your ashe was low. I didn't say your energy was low, but your ashe is low. Ground yourself. Reconnect with nature. I did say to reconnect with nature. So go ahead and get yourself out there. Get away from people. Get away from all that external stimuli. Unless it's the natural external stimuli, which again is internal, because again we are connected to it, DNA wise, biology, all that. So that's all you'll need to do for the month of June. Just spend time connecting with your higher self, your ancestors, and you'll be fine. You'll know what steps it is you need to take next and where it is that you're going. So that was group 2. I do hope that you enjoyed your reading. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you chose that and if it resonated with you. And I'll be moving on to group 3 here. Alright, last but not least, group 3. Alright. Let's see what we have coming to you in the month of June. Okay, I'm gonna start off with saying, I do feel like whatever it is that's going on with you, you are going to need to be grounded for the most part. The moon energy here could represent a lot of things. It depends on which way the reading goes. So what I mean by that is it could represent either sudden changes in your mind or instability, I'm sorry, or it could represent like changes in the situations around you and your ability to adapt and to hold on to the flow or to steer things in direction that you would want to go in. So I'm just gonna get into it here. So I do see with the Prince of Wands as well as the Ace of Wands here, that you have been studying, doing your magic and your spell work. And I also get that it has been working here. Because you do have the magician. Yeah, you got the magician. You've been making your offerings to the ancestors, so you've really been into your magic and your manifestations lately. That even could represent you working with the moon. So you could be working, doing moon manifestations, moon magic, and such. Um, Whatever it is that you have been doing and that you're going to do up and through the month of June, I feel like it's going to cause a change for you, because you do have the death card here. So death in any way is always transformation. It's always rebirth, because again, you have to be transmuted into another state to actually achieve the highest elemental factor that you would reach, for lack of better words. So also with the 5 of coins, I feel like you may have been feeling like lately you haven't really gotten to be in the spotlight like that, or maybe you've been overshadowed or overlooked in what you've been doing. But I do feel like your time is coming. That's kind of what I see that is. I see it as long as you're staying consistent and you're staying dabbling in the magic, your rituals, your spell works, the I'm sorry, the offerings to the ancestors. As long as you're doing the things that you need to do and just making sure that you keep that moon factor in check. Also, that could represent, things around you changing again. But regardless of any of that, as long as you're able to keep up with what it is that you have been doing and what you will be picking up, you will be moving on to bigger things in your life, more of a transformative phase. I feel like you will start to receive more signs. You'll start to get more omens. You might actually even start to have some kind of metaphysical things happen to you. You might start receiving certain dreams at night. You might start having prediction through dreams and such. Again, it's just a lot of this energy really just comes off as real occult like to me. So do what you've been doing. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, you just need to stay consistent and make sure that you don't let anything externally affect you, and solve everything internally so that you can have what it is that you need. Let me see what this got for you. Okay, yeah, again, things are about perception. So again, that's where I feel like that moon card is coming in, and that's just letting you know that things are going to go, and especially if you're doing magic. I mean, come on, things are going to go exactly how it is that you want them to go, or whatever your base foundational mindset is. It's not gonna, you're not gonna really be doing any spells with some shaky faith. I mean, you can't even, especially if shaky and doubting the ancestors or anything like that. I know a lot of times we might feel like we just speak in the air, or is somebody really there or whatever, but at the same time, I mean, they are. So it's just like, would you rather not explore that and not be able to reap the benefits of them being able to help you in this realm and the things that you would need to do, just because you feel like something is silly? Or would you want to live to the fullest and also be able to know in the back of your head that, hey, even if someone isn't there, which it is, I'm not even getting into that. I'm not playing that game, but I'm just saying that just because, again, like, what's so wrong with showing veneration to your ancestors? What's wrong with that? If anything, if nothing else, that's kind of almost like you talking to your body subconsciously. Like, it's going to spark up the cells or the DNA within your own self, because again, you're just showing respect to it. And again, this body is the computer that you have to interact with the organic world. So again, it just all connects in that sense of way. I ain't gonna get too much into that. But you also have movement and a balance that just follows up, right up with that again, just showing that you need to get your foundation together. Make sure that you're unshaken in the things that you're doing, and things will definitely be popping off for you. And duality. The duality, I feel like, is being able to be in both spots. I feel like a lot of time when we're into spiritual things, or we wake up and we decide, hey, I want to take on a spiritual career, we kind of forget that if people really wanted to come to us, basically what I'm saying is we kind of forget we have to conform to society in a sense, a little bit. And the reason I say that is because how else are you going to get your message across? If somebody really wants somebody that's spiritually elevated, or, you know, that's not doing anything like them or relates to them in any way, then they can go, you know, talk to a monk somewhere. They can go to a monastery. They can go do something or be around people that have no connection to what it is that they're doing or how they're doing it. But again, it's up to people like us to actually be that bridge or that in between point, because, you know, not everyone is going to want to do that, nor do they have the time or the life set to where they can go and spend all that, you know, spend 10 years somewhere over in Tibet somewhere or something. Like, it's just really about balance again, and knowing your place, knowing what it is that you have to offer, and knowing that you can be that in between point, or you can be that bridge to combine traditions. Not in a disrespectful sense, but I'm just saying in the sense of where you're like us, but you have actually taken the time to learn another person's culture respectfully, and you have pulled from that exactly as you would need to within the realm of truth, not, you know, manipulating it for your own need. So again, that's really what that's about. Find your place, because there is one open for you and people do need you. That's really how I see that is. And I do feel like everything after that, the coin will come. I mean, you see that it's down here right now. It's just a matter of you getting yourself together spiritually. So I'm gonna pull one card from the divination deck here. Spirits of the North. Let's see, I got one flipping over already. I think I'm gonna get one more for you all. Yeah, I did get wealth, stability, and abundance. So again, it's just showing you that you're really right on the head. Keep doing what you're doing. Up. It started getting crazy on me. I think I'm trying to pull too many. Hold on. Also, soul connection, marriage, and committed. Staying committed to your practices. Staying committed to the goal that you have in mind, your ancestors, your connection with them and the people around you, and nature, and everything will be just fine. Alright, that was group 3. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Leave me a comment down below if it resonated with you, and I will see you all in the next reading. Peace out.